conversation clouds my view of the glass. Watching droplets merge and race down the pane. 1,000 tiny liquid stars collide and pass, mirroring the way I'm dissolving in the rain. I trace the blurring shapes of the midnight cars, wondering which one carries a ghost of you. My silhouette is trapped behind these iron bars of a memory I can't seem to push through. The pavement shimmers like an oily sea, reflecting colors that I used to know. But every shade of gold feels cold to me since you decided it was time to go. And I'm drifting through the hollow midnight glow, tracing footsteps that the water washed away, looking for a shadow when the currents flow, begging for a reason just to stay. Every corner holds a fragment of your face, drowning in the puddles on the ground, searching for a heart I can't replace. In this quiet, heavy, pouring sound. I stepped outside to let the shivering begin, to feel something sharper than the ache inside. The dam is soaking deep beneath my skin, is the only place where I no longer have to hide. Traffic signals change from green to red, stopping me from reaching where you are. It's a long walk back through the things we said when home didn't feel like a dying star. The damp air clings to my heavy coat, a weight that matches the stone in my chest. I'm a paper boat that struggled to float, tired of seeking a place to rest. And I'm drifting through the hollow midnight glow, tracing footsteps that the water washed away, looking for a shadow when the currents flow, begging for a reason just to stay. Every corner holds a fragment of your face, drowning in the puddles on the ground, searching for a heart I can't replace. In its quiet, heavy, pouring sound. The storm is thinning but the chill remains, just a lone figure lost in the grave, watching my sorrow down the gutter drains, watching the last of us ripple away. Ripple away. Ripple
Glass reflects a stranger's face, scanning towers of steel and chrome. I find your rhythm in the hollow space, a kingdom where I'm quite at home. Beneath the glare of mercury haze, the traffic bleeds into the dark. I navigate the silver maze, looking for a dying spark. No need for anchors in this tide. The heavy silence feels so loud. I've got nothing left to hide, blending in the faceless crowd. Sailing through the midnight velvet, drifting on an asphalt sea, far beyond the reach of habit. Finally I'm feeling free, disconnected, wide awake in the pull of the concrete beat, watching every boundary break while the rest of the world's asleep. Top floor windows glowing gold, stories told in flickering light. The air is sharp and bitter cold, cutting through the velvet night. I don't mind the lack of sound, or the distance in my chest, safe upon this neutral ground, a temporary state of rest. No need for anchors in this tide. The heavy silence feels so loud. I've got nothing left to hide, blending in the faceless crowd. Sailing through the midnight velvet, drifting on an asphalt sea, far beyond the reach of habit. Finally I'm feeling free, disconnected, wide awake near the pool of the concrete deep, watching every boundary break while the rest of the world's asleep. The clock is ticking in reverse, gravity has lost its grip, blessed by a lonely curse on a solitary trip. No one calls and no one waits, just the engine's low vibration, dancing with the heavy fate in a private celebration. Sailing through the midnight velvet, drifting on an asphalt sea, far beyond the reach of habit. Finally I'm feeling free, disconnected, wide awake in the pool of the concrete deep, watching every boundary break while the rest of the world's asleep. I'm drifting out beyond the edge, a quiet route, a sacred pledge, alone at last in the hollow glow. The world moves fast, but I move slow, I move slow. Lost in the glow of a midnight design, crossing a border, erasing the line. Every direction is calling my name. Nothing around me feels quite the same. High on the silence, alive in the deep, running while all of the witnesses sleep. I found my center and nowhere at all, watching the curtains of the evening fall. Faces are blurred like a fast-moving train, refreshing the soul like a cold summer rain. I'm turning a corner to find a new view, a shade of a horizon I never once knew. The towers are leaning like giants in prayer. There's a strange kind of magic suspended in air. My footsteps are light, my breathing is wide, with nowhere to go and nothing to hide. I'm up in my pocket, no plans in my head, just a weight of the pavement under my tread. The pulse of the grid is a heavy low hum. I'm chasing the version of who I'll become. Lost in the glow of a midnight design, crossing a border, erasing the line. Every direction is calling my name. Nothing around me feels quite the same. High on the silence, alive in the deep, running while all of the witnesses sleep. I found my center, nowhere at all, watching the curtains of the evening fall. The familiar is fading away in the reading. I've never felt closer than when I'm not here. A captive of habit, finally you're bound. I'm liking the way that the crying bass sound, down, 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 lost in the glow of the midnight desire, crossing a border, erasing the line. Every direction is calling my name. Nothing around me feels quite the same. High on the silence, alive in the deep, running while all of the witnesses sleep. I found my splendor and nowhere at all, watching the curtains of the evening fall.
The asphalt exhales a heavy shade of violet. Ink stained glass reflects the shadows I invite. I strip away the heavy weight of expectations, stepping through the cracks of this concrete vibration. No eyes follow where the alleys start to bend. Just the pulse of midnight acting like a friend. My pulse matches the liquor of the faulty grid, unlocking every secret that the daylight hid. The friction of the cold air feels like velvet skin. A private velvet revolution starts within, unbound in the hollow of the 2 a.m. The gravity is losing every hold it had on her. A frantic grace inside the silent drum, to the beat of a heart like a muffled drum. Lost in the curtain of the charcoal tide, nowhere to go and nothing left to hide. Metal skeletons are watching from heights while I navigate the maze of fading amber lights. Every step is liquid, every breath is sharp and wide. A sudden surge of electricity I can't provide, but I consume it. I become the surface flow, chasing other places where the heavy spirits go. The tension tightens like a copper wire, higher, 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 higher. The pressure peaks until the structure breaks, feeding on the tremble of the basement makes. to hide. No maps, no clocks, no ticking hands to fear. The atmosphere is heavy, but the vision's clear. I am the motion, I am the kinetic spark, writing my signature across the deepest dark. Down, surrender to the frequency, absorbing the autonomy. Just the syncopation of a breath, dancing on the edge of a velvet day. Unbound in the hollow of the 2 a.m. blur. Gravity is losing every hold it had on show. The scented grace inside the silent drum, to the beat of a heart like a muffled drum. Lost in the current of the charcoal tide. Nowhere to go and nothing left to hide. Linger until the dawn finds a way back in.
The asphalt exhales a velvet grave, sub-zero bloom. Gravity loosens its grip on the floor. I'm stepping through a revolving door into the lawn of the midnight sweet, where the heavy intentions fall asleep. Indigo ink on my fingertips, no more names on my cooling lips. Glass and silver, a silent grip, doing the things we never did. Oxygen sharp like a crystal blade, dissolving the debts that I never paid. Weightless in the hollow of the dark, tracing the curve of a frozen spark. I'm bound, drifting out of frame, forgetting the sound of my own name. Chrome reflections start to blur, a phantom grace, a quiet stir. The pressure drops as the altitude climbs, leaving the clock and its tired rhymes. Solitude tastes like expensive wine, filtered through a vertical line. Oxygen sharp like a crystal blade, dissolving the debts that I never paid. Weightless in the hollow of the dark, tracing the curve of a frozen spark. I'm bound, drifting out of frame, forgetting the sound of my own name. No friction, no pull. The vacuum is beautiful, a sequence of spaces between the high places. I am finally invisible. Oxygen sharp like a crystal blade, dissolving the debts that I never paid. Waiting in the hollow of the dark, tracing the curve of a frozen spark. I'm bound, drifting out of frame, forgetting the sound of my own name. Colder, clear mind, everything left behind. Just a drift, just a shift into the blue, into the new.
Watch the blurred reflections pass. No talk, just a steady sway. Sweat washes the world away. Clothes hitting like a drum. My limbs are getting numb. Don't look for a reason why. Just let the shadows fly. Give it to the motion. Deep in the ocean. Drowning in the heavy sound. Feet never touch the ground. Lost inside the spiral. Nothing else is final. Spinning till the vision breaks. Give it everything it takes. Pressed against the skin, where do you and I begin? Baselines dragging on the floor, begging for a little more. Hands up in the humid car, waiting for the sudden spark. Clock is ticking, we don't care. Tension hanging in the air, pulse hitting like a drum. My limbs are getting numb. Don't look for a reason why, just let the shadows fly. Give it to the motion. Deep in the ocean. Drowning in the heavy sound. Feet never touch the ground. Lost inside the spiral. Nothing else is final. Spinning till the vision breaks. Give it everything it takes. Slow it down. Feels the gravity that pull you under. Everything is shaking. Everything's breaking. One more time. Give it to the motion. Deep in the ocean. Drowning in the heavy sound. Feet never touch the ground. Lost inside the spiral. Nothing else is final. Spinning till the vision breaks. Give it everything it takes. Keep it moving. Don't stop now.
Deep in the frequency, lose all the agency, surrender to the velocity, electric urgency. total and secure. Deep in the frequency, lose all the agency, surrender to the velocity, electric urgency, infinite flow, nowhere else to go, vibrating through the metal, in the heavy undertow, sinking to the black, never looking back, current in the system. Running on the track deep, deep, stay in the deep, deep, deep. 모니터 속 끝도 없이 쏟아지는 잔무들 서리 뭉치 사이로 길을 잃은 내 하루 어제는 분명 멀끔히 없던 나의 풍경이 한순간 먹구름 내 가려져 보이지 않아 어처구니 없는 실수들이 발목을 잡고 설계되지 않은 이변들이 앞을 가로막네 들어오르는 말을 삼키며 입술을 깨물어 레벨감이라는 스냅으로 쥐로 삼킨 채 차갑고 꺼내 한강철에 떠시는 눈부신데 나만 홀로 낡은 부품처럼 삐걱거려 붙이 보이지 않는 회색빛 도로 위에서 어디로 가야 할지 갈피를 잡지 못해 심장 소리보다 요란한 엔진의 한숨만 텅빈 새벽 여기가 낡은 주유소에 멈춰 기름 냄새 섞인 공기를 깊게 들이켜보내 멈춰버린 시계 바늘처럼 정지된 이 순간 나를 태우고선 고장 열리터에 연료보낼까 거울 속에 비친 낯선 얼굴을 마주해 지쳐버린 눈동자에 고인 불길을 뽐내 무너진 마음의 파편들을 다시 줍고서 시동을 걸어 멈췄던 맥박을 깨워내 차갑고 거대 한강철이 도시는 눈부신데 나만 홀로 낡은 부품처럼 삐걱거려 끝이 보이지 않는 회색 빛도로 위에서 어디로 가야 할새 갈피를 잡지 못해 심장 소리보다 요란한 엔진의 한숨만 어둠을 뚫고 달려가는 저 불빛을 따라 부서진 조각들을 하나둘씩 맞춰가네 무거웠던 보통의 무게를 기 위에 던지고 새로운 지평선 너머로 나를 던져보려 해 거친 숨결 속에 비로소 살아있음을 느껴 흐릿해진 기억의 조각들이 발끝에 지어져 내일이라는 무게가 어깨를 짓누르는 밤 도망치듯 들어선 골목 같은 낡은 문턱 익숙한 손들이 차가운 공기를 메우네 테이블 위에 놓인 잔 속엔 달고 비는 한숨 차갑게 풍겨온 멈춘 무너진 마음을 붙잡고 비틀거리며 걷네. 차오르는 강물 속에 숨은 점점 가까워. 찬란했던 그 시절은 손틈 사이로 흐르고 텅빈 가슴은 시린 바람만 머물다가네. 어디선가 들려오는 작은 물줄기 소리. 도시의 소음을 뚫고 귓가를 적셔오는데 굽이쳐 흐르는 저 시내 눈물처럼 나도 그냥 어디론가 흘러가 사라질 수만 있다면. 얼음이 녹아내린 잔 속에 비친 내 얼굴. 낯설게 느껴지는 그어진 미소의 잔상. 어제보다 무거운 오늘을 견뎌내야 하는 이 지독한 굴레 속에 갇힌 책길 위로 멈추고 싶어도 멈출 수 없는 시계 대역처럼 눈길을 쫓아오는 그림자는 더욱지 떨어져. 잠시만이라도 모든 걸 내려놓고 싶어. 무너진 마음을 붙잡고